Thailand. My name is Alex.
And I'm Jay.
Yes, he is. And we have some news stories from around the land of smiles for you today, this Tuesday, March 11th. But first, a word from our sponsor.
EC Markets. Ladies and gentlemen, you can go to EC Markets and do some trading. You can even trade in oil, in crude oil, in crypto, in Forex. Once again, always trade responsibly and trade what you're willing to lose. But if you're going to trade, EC Markets is your place to go.
Well said. Anyways, let's get to the news, shall we?
It's going to get better every time I do it.
It's a practice thing. Yeah. Now, today, we're going to be talking about a fake Russian mafioso extorting tourists in Koh Pha Ngan. Two Indian men caught smuggling kilos of cannabis at Dong Mueang Airport. And a little later, a viral video showing a wild elephant tossing a man from a pickup truck. But first, we have a British couple's story. Their Thailand dream has turned into a legal nightmare. That's right, a British couple's dream retirement in Thailand has turned into a legal nightmare. Des and Mary Byrne, aged 77 and 69, were brutally attacked in a land dispute in December 2023. The assailants, reportedly trained in Thai boxing, confessed and agreed to pay compensation. However, in a shocking twist, the Byrnes were later arrested on counter charges of causing quote-unquote superficial injuries and mental anguish to their attackers. Now, as the court date approaches on March 12th, that's tomorrow, they fear imprisonment. The couple has sold their Hua Hin villa to cover legal fees, while their family urges the UK government to intervene, calling it a grave miscarriage of justice.
Yeah. Whoa.
I mean, they were beat up, man. But the whole the reverse Uno card, where it's like, oh, actually, I'm really mentally hurt that I beat you up. It doesn't seem like very fair.
Yeah, I didn't want to, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if there is some sort of land dispute, violence is never the answer. Yeah. And I would imagine that this elderly retired couple probably were not the ones to throw the first fists. We'll have to see as this court case unfolds and all of the facts come to light. But as of right now, it's definitely causing a bit of a stir in the media. People aren't really sure what leg the other side has to stand on at this point.
All right, well, for now, ladies and gentlemen, we'll move on to our next story, which is regarding a Buddhist monk that's been arrested for a decade-old robbery case. A 59-year-old Buddhist monk, Chalat, was arrested at a temple in Ayutthaya for his role in a 2010 robbery worth over 2 million baht. Now, previously granted bail, he had been on the run for years, moving between provinces before becoming a monk. Police tracked him down and arrested him under a 2015 warrant. Chalat admitted to acting as a getaway driver and lookout during the crime. He has been sent to the Samut Prakan Provincial Court to face legal proceedings. 10 years on. And justice has prevailed.
Pretty interesting to see that. And this is something that happens a lot. A lot of criminals and things like that, they enter the monkhood as almost a way to sort of escape the eyeballs of the long arm of the law. But apparently, no, it's still caught up to him.
We have breaking news.
What's our breaking news?
This was yesterday.
What happened?
Do you remember a guy called Joe Ferrari?
Vaguely.
So Joe Ferrari was a cop who was caught on camera trying to suffocate a drug dealer with a plastic bag. And it was, crazy news. And then they found out that he was a cop that basically seizes wrong property, or it's a fraud property and stuff.
Right.
He has multiple Ferraris and sports cars and a mansion.
Hence the name.
Yeah. And so he killed that person. It was outrage. He was kind of put in jail and stuff. He allegedly committed suicide yesterday.
Right. It was 2 days ago, actually. I did follow this story. I just wasn't sure that this was something that our Western audience would be appealed to, but I guess I should have done it.
Joe Ferrari.
Here's the other rumor that is swirling around about this particular case, that it was not actually him, but actually a double or somebody that he paid to go on the inside and do this for him so that he could sort of escape fake his own death kind of situation.
Yeah.
So that's the gossip. That's allegedly for sure, but I don't know.
Saying that it came time to the legal proceedings to take place, and names didn't want to be named.
Also, that could have been an Epstein situation kind of thing. Also, that's what could have happened to Epstein as well. Who knows?
Allegedly, Alex. But yeah.
Well, I guess I could do a more official update on that later then, because it does appear that people are interested in that. Anyways, my bad, everybody.
It has been a while, though, so it's okay.
A couple days. Anyways, on to our next story. Now, this is a funny one to me. A Russian mafioso was busted for extorting tourists on Koh Pha Ngan. That's right. A 27-year-old Russian man, Vladislav Klenov, was arrested by Koh Pha Ngan police for allegedly extorting tourists while posing as a mafia figure. He dressed in fake police gear, carried a mock firearm, and claimed ties to high-ranking Thai officials. Police raided his shop in Bantai, uncovering an air rifle, handcuffs, and a counterfeit police vest. Klenov, who sold cannabis, was also charged with working without a permit and drug use. Authorities urge any victims to come forward, reinforcing Thailand's zero-tolerance stance on crimes against tourists. Like that zero tolerance against tourists. What about the rest of us? No, but this is pretty wild to me that this guy was just sort of cosplaying as like wearing police gear and claiming ties to everybody, and just like give me your money. Wouldn't it be a shame if something happened to you? Like,
give it to him.
Pretty cavalier. And then obviously with that kind of behavior, eventually somebody's going to report you. And now he's facing the consequences. So Russian mafioso, maybe not so much.
Maybe not so. All right. Moving on to our next story. Some Indian men have been caught smuggling 22 kgs of cannabis at Bangkok airport. Don't travel back to your country with cannabis. Two Indian men found out the hard way as Kamaruddin and Shibin were arrested at Don Mueang Airport for attempting to smuggle 22 kgs of cannabis disguised as snack bags. The duo was caught at the check-in counter before boarding a flight to India. X-ray scans reveal the hidden cannabis, and they failed to provide the required export permits. Charged under the Customs Act, they were taken to Don Mueang Police Station for legal proceedings. The case highlights concerns about illegal cannabis exports, with Thai business owners emphasizing that smuggling undermines the Thailand's regulated cannabis industry.
Sorry, guys, we're dealing with some tables moving above us here in the studio.
I don't know if you can hear it. It was literally 500 tables moving at the same time.
But yes, anyways, back to this story. I think it was funny that they were trying to sneak it in snack bags. Obviously, who would check those? But 22 kilograms is a hell of a lot of cannabis.
It's like, you've got some heavy,
the seaweeds,
potato chips, guys.
I mean, like, isn't that like that feels like above the allotted limit? Are we limited to like 20 kgs in the suitcase anyways? Whatever. Caught, arrested. Look, cannabis obviously here. We one of our newer members here at the Thaiger actually owns a cannabis shop, and he was quoted in this article, and he was talking about, look, it's legal here, right? Like, we can consume it. We can set up stores, buy a license, and everything like that. Why do you have to take it too far? Like, you're putting a bad name on the entire industry when you do this kind of stuff. And
when it comes to cannabis stores, like, let's say you've got a customer and saying like, hey bro, can I buy 22 kgs of cannabis? They're going to be like, sure, take it away, my friend.
That is definitely
I'll give you a good price.
Music to their ears for sure. 22 kilograms. My God. I guess that's clearly a smuggling operation. They were, that can't be personal use. That would be for many, many years to come. Scooby Snacks, says Damien Jesser. And Stinking Rockets said he thought a plane was over our heads, like getting our own runway in the house. All right. Mike Thompson, quick question about the Red Bull billionaire, the heir, the hit and run thing. His statute of limitations is coming up soon. So he might be able to return to the land of smiles and have eschewed justice the entire time. Allegedly. I don't know. But yeah, money gets you out of trouble.
Yeah, I believe he's in Austria.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Sad story.
Yeah, sad story.
Well, a fun story next. Well, a classic Tiger tale. This time we have Chinese tourists who have been accused of dining and dashing in Chonburi. Just pay for your meals, people. Chinese tourists have been accused of dining and dashing in Chonburi. That's right. Restaurant owners in Chonburi are reporting a rise in these incidents of Chinese tourists dining and dashing. The latest one saw 4 Chinese men leave without paying a 1,200 baht bill on March 2nd after the owner shared the incident online. More businesses came forward with similar complaints. complaints, some lacking CCTV evidence to take legal action. A hot pot buffet owner reported another case on March 8th where diners crumpled the bill and exited through the back. Police are now investigating the suspect's residence, believed to be a condominium housing many Chinese nationals, as concerns grow over repeated scams targeting local restaurants. Yeah, jerks. I don't know. How hard is it to pay for your meal?
Scams.
It's like Thailand food is so cheap and and good, and it's just like an unnecessary thing. And these restaurants, they're working on really small margins. So an unpaid bill like that is like the difference between actually being able to pay your employees, like actually being able to take home some money. Yeah, unfortunately, it's been a big thing in a lot of tourist hotspots, but now even in like Chonburi and like more rural areas, it really sucks. So, anyways.
And look, there's some people out there who are just doing it for fun, even if they can't afford it. Some sort of sick game they want to play, but don't do that.
For the thrills.
Be better.
Who was it? It was Winona Ryder that was doing that,
Be
right?
a better.
Klepto? Right, Winona Ryder, kleptomaniac. Back me up, chat. I don't remember. But some people just look for the thrill, even though they can afford it.
All right.
Well said.
We're going to move on to our last story from Thailand, which is regarding a wild elephant that tosses a man from the pickup truck in Hua Hin. A dramatic elephant encounter on Hua Hin's Pala Yu Road went viral after the massive animal used its trunk to eject a man from the back of a pickup truck. The passenger, 46-year-old Chaiwat, suffered minor rib pain but avoided serious injuries. The incident, caught on camera, has sparked warnings for drivers in the area where wild elephants are common but usually non-aggressive. Officials are now being urged to implement safety measures along this route. The video serves as a reminder of the unpredictable nature of wildlife encounters in Thailand. Scary, man.
Pretty horrifying. I don't know. He's lucky that the elephant just gave him a quick toss and didn't chase him down anymore.
Yeah.
If I'm in the back of the truck, I'm like, dude, drive. What are you doing? Fortunately, he's okay. But we've seen plenty of stories where the elephants go absolutely crazy and do a lot worse damage. So definitely, if you see wild elephants, man, enjoy them from a distance. Don't. They're still wild animals. That's for sure. Anyways, that'll do for our Thailand section of the news. We are off to our ASEAN Now section. We just have a couple of stories for you today. Our first up is Cambodia. Now, Cambodian deputy governor has been arrested in a $400,000 corruption bust. That's right. Kampong Spu deputy governor Tit Vuti and 2 accomplices have been arrested for defrauding a Chinese investor of $400,000 in a mining license scam. The anti-corruption unit apprehended the trio, who were charged with abuse of power, forgery, and document fraud across multiple provinces in 2023. Following their arrest, the Kampong Spu Provincial Court sentenced them to detention on March 9th. The case highlights Cambodia's ongoing crackdown on corruption, with authorities reinforcing strict legal measures against fraudulent government dealings. Scam. And this is one of the things where the people in power have the authority to, make these promises, and they're people in positions of authority. You trust them. Chinese have a lot of money, but this is another thing. There are tons of Chinese behind the scams. There are tons of Chinese getting scammed too. There's two sides of the coin there. And in this case, it's good to see that at least Cambodia has cracked down on this, and they've arrested the actual government officials instead of just saying, "Oh, what $400,000? It's gone." So,
Alex, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate scams?
A 0? 1? No.
Well done.
Yeah, I don't
that
like
was the right
scams.
answer. That was the right answer. If you would have said like anything below a 5, you'd be slightly scammy, but still acceptable.
No, I'm not.
Well done.
I'm an honest salesman of things. I don't know.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Moving on to our next story. Malaysia warns against non-essential travel to southern Thailand. Malaysia has advised its citizens to delay non-essential travel to Thailand's southern provinces of Pattani, Yala, and Narathiwat due to recent security concerns, including a bomb explosion in Narathiwat. The foreign ministry urged Malaysians in these areas to remain vigilant and register with the Malaysian Consulate General in Songkhla. In case of emergencies, assistance is available via phone or email. Authorities are closely monitoring the situation and will provide updates as needed. Yeah, we just reported a bomb explosion yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, kind of can't really blame them for issuing this warning. It really sucks, though, because obviously southern Thailand is beautiful. There's amazing places to go and check out. But there's also bombs going off. So
That's right.
That's
And there's
unfortunate.
There's a huge population of Malaysians who love coming to Thailand, especially to the south, because the border is shared via motorbike, via car, just an easy, quick flight in. There's a very large Muslim community also in the most southern part of Thailand.
Right.
So, Malaysia has a very good relationship with Thailand. But as of right now, the government needs to protect its citizens.
Yeah. It sucks, but better safe than sorry. That's for sure.
And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you enjoyed today's show. If you want more stories, you can visit thetiger.com or join in the conversation at
ASEANnow.com.
Yeah, and once again, big shout out to EC Markets. Thank you very much for sponsoring the show. It's been a while since we got a sponsor, but EC Markets is with us this year, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to do any trading, please check out EC Markets. Do be careful. Once again, know the risks before you,
invest.
And also, another big shout out to our members. So Scott D said, "Where's Larry?" I don't know. Larry's been missing. I'm concerned.
Yeah.
But Scott D is in the house. Certain pieces in the house, guys. Thank you very much for especially Scott D. Scott D has been here since day one. But Certain Piece, Scott D. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Thank you so much for being members. Like, we've just got sponsorship now. I mean, but for the last, I think, 18 months, we didn't have a sponsor for Good Morning Thailand, and the only reason we've been able to do it is because of the support of Scott D and Certain Piece and all the members. So thank you very much. And of course, the viewers as well. If nobody's watching, then there's no point in doing a show. So thank you to all the viewers for tuning in as well.
Much love. And finally, don't forget to subscribe across all of our channels too.
Yeah.
Instagram, TikTok, X, Facebook, all of the other places. You'll see a lot more content that you don't just see here on the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
That'll do it for the show. Let's get into the comments and just say a little bit of banter at the end.